Hey Raw fans, how are you guys? Oh man, it feels like so long ago. It's 3 years since we started releasing it, and I just want to thank you guys again for all the love and support. We're still getting the odd comment now on the videos, just saying how much you love it. And man, yeah, I was just thinking this week, like the crazy animation binge I was on 3 years ago, and how fun it was to get it out. And it's a shame it never worked out, but man, like the love you showed us was so good. But I'm just here. I'm doing a crowdfunding campaign for like a military animation that I'm doing. I know many of you will not be interested at all, and that's absolutely fine. For those that are, and I don't know, might be some of you, might not be any of you, and that's absolutely fine because the support and love that you've showed us already is just amazing. But yeah, I'm sort of doing a short animation which is reflecting on my time at war. I'll play the actual proper like crowdfunding video I'm doing after this now, but I want to do a special introduction for you guys just for the love and support that you've showed us, and I hope you guys are all good. Hope you guys are enjoying Battle for Azeroth as much as I am, and yeah, thank you so much for all the support. So let me just play you a clip from my latest film that I'm hoping to make called Moulded.
People will ask me what it was like. What should I tell them? I've never felt so alive. I've never felt so dead. I was molded for this. And I'm molded by this. But what comes after?
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Moulded Kickstarter campaign. My name is Josh, and I am the director and creator of Moulded. Moulded is going to, hopefully, be a short animated film that deals with the issue of a veteran during his time at war and when he comes home. It's told with little toy soldiers, because I think there's a lot you can do with toy soldiers, you know, with some of the things. Obviously any violence isn't too graphic, and yet for those that have really experienced it, you know, you understand the severity of it. And I think just placing these characters like fighting in a garden and then like being in a cardboard base and things like that, you know, it's quite charming, but actually there's a lot of parallels between that and real life conflict, you know, in an area that maybe not many people care about or know about. And I really want this film to reflect on that. I'm not sure about you, but I'm seeing so many people suffering at the moment, particularly veterans. You know, on my Facebook, I'm seeing all the time, you know, like some of my old friends and colleagues from the army saying, oh, you know, last night we lost Mr. X, Y, or Z, who couldn't fight the battle anymore. And I've seen my friends, like some of my friends' marriages fall apart and their lives fall apart, and they're just real suffering when it comes to fitting in to normal life again. And that's why with the concept trailer you saw, I started with that quote that no soldier ever really survives war, and I think there's certainly some truth to that, you know, we are moulded, and that's why it's called Moulded, we are moulded to be soldiers, but then actually the experience of being at war moulds us, and sometimes in an entirely different way, and the rest of our lives are changed forever. The aim of this film is for it to be launched in November 2019 on Remembrance, not on Remembrance Day necessarily, but around that period. The film's going to be about 5 minutes long, and it's going to be entirely animated by me, and we're going to be using lots of little toy soldier models and things like that. So I want it to look like we've really filmed it. It's going to be pretty much all done on computer, but I want it to make it look like it's actually like a stop motion filmed animation. A bit about me. So as I say, my name is Josh. I used to be a paratrooper in the British Army. I served in Iraq, and afterwards I hurt my knee slightly. It wasn't some sort of daring story. It just I just hurt it, and I ended up leaving the army, and I went and lived in Afghanistan for about 3 years as a video journalist. And I got to go on loads of operations. I got to, you know, like fly with medevac helicopters and do air assaults with the US Marines, and spend time with British soldiers in Helmand. Sangin especially was particularly grim, and I made lots of friends, and again, it's those friends I'm referring to, when, on my Facebook and stuff. When I'm back and I'm seeing, the suffering that so many people are going through. I've been back for a few years now, and I really just want to make a film that reflects on some of the things I'm thinking about it. Now I've had some time to really step back from the sort of war bubble and think about actually what was it like. And yeah, there's a lot of like conflicted feelings I have just about, and I'm not even talking about the politics here. I'm just talking about just the way it works. And this isn't a pro-war or an anti-war film. It's just an honest reflection on many of the things that I think many of us, if you've served, have gone through. And of course, it's dealing with a battle at war and a battle afterwards. But right now, I am a lecturer at a film school in London. I teach film, and I'm also a pastor of a church in southeast London as well. So I've got my hands very busy, and of course got a family as well. But I really like doing animation on the side, and this is an animation that I've been desperate to do for a while now. And I wanted to sort of do this concept trailer that you saw at the beginning of this video, just to see how it works. If I'm happy with the style, and if I think I can actually do it justice. And I think I can, based on that video. I think I can put together a nice thing. And this was only like a rough thing. The final thing will be a bit more polished. I want to have more soldiers in it. I want to have like more things happening, more locations. But I'm confident that I can do that. With regard to the models themselves that you see in the film, you'll notice that they're not a specific time period. Many of them are sort of World War II sort of toy models, because again, many of the plastic soldiers that you buy are sort of World War II-ish. There are some modern things, and the intention behind that is this isn't a specific thing. This isn't specifically related to Iraq or Afghanistan or World War II. It's encompassing the experiences of people who have fought in many of the wars so far, and many of the experiences are the same. There's a veteran, actually, an RAF veteran that lives down the road from me, and I went for a cup of tea with him the other day. And again, so many of our experiences were the same, and the feelings we feel. So yeah, this isn't specific, and it will hopefully be relatable to everybody who watches it, regardless of what time period you're from. But the honest truth is, like, serving in Iraq and then living in Afghanistan for 3 years, those experiences have changed my life forever, in some good ways and some bad ways, I guess. And I'm sure, again, that many of you here that have served or have experienced war in some ways know that feeling, that your life is changed. And like I say, now I've had a few years back, I really want to just make a short film that that touches on it. And my aim for this film is for it to go, firstly to festivals and things like that, but afterwards to be released on social media. Lots of veterans I see, use social media quite frequently. And one of the key messages of the film is about, like, really sticking together. When you're suffering and you're back from war and you're feeling alone and you're suffering, like, don't isolate yourself, don't be alone, get alongside each other, help each other. For those that may be coping a little bit better, get alongside those that aren't. We have to look after each other when we were in battle. We absolutely have to look after each other once we're home. And I want this film to reflect that. And, because it's going to be on social media, hopefully it can get a conversation going between people. It can remind people, encourage people, help people to reach out to each other. And, if this film can even help, one person reach out to somebody, a veteran that's struggling in some way, then this film will have absolutely done its job. And who knows, hopefully more people. So why should you back this film? I'm asking £1,500. I guess that can seem like a lot, just as a standalone sum of money. With regard to actually a film, an animated film, for that's probably sort of the cheaper end of things. I'm certainly not making any profit myself. I'm literally covering all the costs. I'll break down the cost for you now. So £200 for the actor to do the voiceover, and that was a little test of the actor there. It's actually my brother. He's a good actor. I want £300 for the music. We want to compose an original score for this. £450 for sound design. So sound design will be adding the sound effects. You notice in the trailer we didn't have any, but obviously we want to have like proper sound effects, like footsteps and explosions and atmosphere and everything like that. £550 for the animation side itself, and it's going to take me the best part of a year. Obviously it's November now, I want it to be finished in November next year, and because animation is quite a painstaking, time-consuming process, I'm deliberately giving myself a year to do it. Sorry for the constant sniffling, I've got a cold at the moment. In terms of your risks and challenges, my risk and challenges even, I mean, is it a risk for you guys to invest in this? With everything, it's a risk. I mean, I'm certainly not going to take your money and run. If you look at my Kickstarter profile, I crowdfunded a film with much bigger budget a few years ago, a World War II film, which was I think like £8,000 roughly, and we delivered the final film and that was fine. And you can find that film, What Manner of Men, on my Vimeo page. In terms of this film, obviously I've done a lot of animation before. In the Kickstarter page below, you will see examples of some of my work. I've even done a feature-length animated series before, which is again on my YouTube channel called Realms of Fighting, with an E at the end of fighting. So I'm certainly not new to animation. I know what I'm doing with it, and I'm fully confident that I can deliver this to a very high standard by next November. Now, of course, if an asteroid falls on my house, or if I get sick or something like that, then there might be a delay. But I'm fully confident that I will be able to deliver this animation to you with on time and at a high standard. The rewards are here. My left, your right. Have a look at them. Maybe it's actually slightly down below. I can't remember how the Kickstarter page works. But make sure that you have a look at those. The rewards are all digital, because the budget for this is so small. I'm not in the stage where I want to be sending physical stuff out. It's just getting digital copy of the film, invitation to the digital premiere, a copy of the film, like high definition to keep and stuff. Please have a look at those. Go for the reward you want to. But of course, this isn't about the rewards. This is about making a film which is exploring the issues that so many people in the UK and the US are facing today. So that's the aim of this film. And hey, if it's a choice between giving some money to my film or giving money to a veterans charity, give it to the charity, please. Just share this instead. Okay, but if you're able to maybe do both, do both. Okay, but I think that covers everything. Of course, if there's any questions from any backers, please post it in the Kickstarter. I think there's like a comments and questions area. Please do that. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And of course, throughout the process, if you are a backer, I will let you know. I'll be posting updates on the page, letting you know how it's all going, giving you screenshots and things like that. But I'm really excited about doing this. It's been a long time since I've made a film, and this is a subject that I'm so passionate about because I've been through it. I've been through war. I've had dead bodies literally at my feet. I remember flying back from an operation in Afghanistan. There was a dead body at my feet, and I remember his blood was oozing onto my boots, and it's just like, man, how can you go back to normal life after this, So yeah, I want to do a film that reflects on some of the stuff that, as I say, we've all been through, and that can sort of talk about that, and as I say, can be a talking point for veterans and for people on social media. So thank you so much for listening to me blab on for a bit. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the concept trailer, and if this is something that you want to back, please chuck me a few quid. And if not, and you like the idea, just please share it to people, share it to veterans, and just spread the word. Well, thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a lovely day, and let's hopefully make this film together. Thank you.